What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Oblivion's Treasures and Secrets. In this episode, I'll be going after the unique dagger witsplinter, along with a few other items, and completing the Sirens Deception quest. The quest starts off in Anvil by talking to a Red Guard woman named Malona.
How would you like to get my husband Gogan out of hot water?
Sure, what's he done?
Believe me, he'll need all the help he can get to worm his way out of this one. To think he'd fall for the gang's scheme, ugh, I could kill him. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, and you look confused. Let me explain.
Go on.
The women in the gang use their wiles to lure men out to some remote location and rob them blind. It's been going on for some time now. The city guard hasn't done very much about it, because frankly, the men who are robbed are so embarrassed they don't want to report it. Take, for example, that good-for-nothing husband of mine, Gogan. He cared more about their charms than my own.
So, tell me about this gang.
When Gogan was, with the women, they took something quite valuable from him. No, it's not what you're thinking. He was carrying a precious family heirloom with him when he was lured out to their lair. It was a small ring given to him on our wedding day. The ring belonged to my mother and has been in the family for generations. I'm willing to give you all the money I have to get it back, 100 gold. Can you help us?
Yes, I'll help you.
Thank you. I'm afraid I can't offer you much help, but I'll do what I can. I hope the reward will suit
Next,
the
we should
risk.
speak to Gogan to see what he knows.
Eh?
I've already told you pretty much everything I know about their gang. I've already told you pretty much.
What do you want? See, my wife couldn't keep a big mouth shut. Yes, it's true. I lost the family ring to those sirens. I'm ashamed about the whole incident, but not ashamed enough to ask for your help. I was sitting in the flowing bowl when the most fetching Nord woman you've ever seen walked in with an equally attractive Imperial woman following. After we exchanged words, I followed them out to a farmhouse. Inside, they asked me to remove my clothes and items. Well, I did. And then suddenly they brandished weapons and robbed me. They sent me away with barely a stitch of clothing. Harlots. Just please, help me get that ring back. I want to save what's left of my marriage.
Gogan told me of a fetching Nord woman and a very attractive Imperial woman
What a mess
who approached him at the Floating Bowl Tavern out on the Anvil docks and invited him out to parlay out at their old farmhouse. So now I myself am off to the Floating Bowl to see if I can meet these women.
I haven't seen you here before. Aw, and you're all alone, too. How sad. Well, if you're up to it, I think we can solve that little problem. You see, me and Faustina here are lonely, too, and we've been looking for someone. You look like just what we need. I'll tell you what, we have a cozy farmhouse not far from here where we could, well, get to know each other much, much better. I'll mark it down on your map just so you won't forget where to find us. Meet us there around 11 o'clock. I can promise you a night of fun you won't soon forget. Do I really have to spell it out for you? You're a man, and I'm a woman with a certain desire. You figure out the rest.
I was approached by a woman by the name of Signy Homewrecker. Spot on name, by the way. She and her friend Faustina told me they were lonely and invited me out to the farmhouse in order to try and seduce me. Gwendon Farm is east of Anvil and southwest of Kvatch. Once arriving at Gwendon Farm, I had to wait until 11 p.m. for the meetup. And upon going inside, I encountered Faustina.
I see you took us up on our offer. Good. I'm glad to see you. Sydney will be along shortly. I'm sure we can find something to do while we wait. Now, we can't have you standing there all uncomfortable in all those clothes. Why don't you take everything off and place it there on the table? What? What are you talking about? Don't you want to have fun? Come on, don't be shy. Or are you here for something else? Damn, I knew it. You're working for the city guard, aren't you? I didn't think they would be stupid enough to send someone alone. But so be it. I should have known after I fenced that stupid ring and discovered it was a fake. Worthless. All part of the guard's plan, I suppose. Okay, girls. We got someone who doesn't want to cooperate. I'm supposed to be impressed.
Crab's more fierce than the
We had a feeling you'd be surprised when you saw us in our real uniforms. I see you have a puzzled look on your face. Ask away. Gogan and I are really members of the Anvil City Watch. I suppose you could say we work undercover. We've been trying to foil Faustina's gang for months now. Every time we tried to interview a man who was lured there, they refused to talk. The women in the gang picked married men to seduce for just that reason. It was decided the only way to stop this gang was to send in a stranger. You fit the bill perfectly. It's a shame it had to end in so much violence, but someone was bound to get hurt sooner or later. We'll clean up the mess. Don't concern yourself about it. I'm sure you had no choice. If you ever find yourself back in Anvil, stop by any time and say hello. Oh, and please say nothing to anyone about our true identities. You've done well, and here's the reward that I promised. Don't spend all the money from the reward in one place.
After taking care of the 3 sirens, Milona and Grogan entered the farmhouse dressed as Anvil guards, and admit to me they used me as bait in order to catch these criminals. Collecting my 100 gold, that completes the quest, but it doesn't in the video, because witsplinter isn't the only unique item here. Grabbing the key and going into the basement, we'll find the loot they took from the townsfolk of Anvil, consisting of Heinrich's clothing, Penneris's clothing, and his prized minotaur horn, a unique silver vase that was a wedding gift, and a few other clothing items of note and some random gems. I also found a copy of the Lusty Argonian Maid. While this isn't unique, I'll definitely be saving it for later. Anyway, let's head outside and check out that weapon. Witsplinter is a dagger dealing 2 damage and draining 10 points of intelligence for 20 seconds, and 10 points of magicka on strike. A decent little blade for dealing with mages. Also remember, all these weapons are subject to change according to player level. But anyway, I hope you all enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time when we uncover more of Oblivion's treasures and secrets.